The Romans were obsessed with cleanliness and beauty. They had elaborate baths, perfumes, cosmetics, and hair removal techniques. They considered body hair to be a sign of barbarism and dirtiness. They used various methods to get rid of unwanted hair, such as tweezers, razors, pumice stones, depilatory creams, and even sugaring. The Britons, on the other hand, were more accustomed to their natural appearance. They did not have the same hygiene standards or aesthetic preferences as the Romans. They often wore long hair and beards, and sometimes dyed them with woad or lime. They also tattooed their bodies with intricate patterns. When the Romans invaded Britain in 43 AD, they brought their culture and customs with them. They built roads, towns, villas, temples, and baths across the land. They also introduced their hair removal practices to the native population. The Romans influenced the Britons to adopt their hair removal practices, especially among the upper classes and the Romanized townspeople, who wanted to emulate the Roman lifestyle and culture. The wealthy Britons who lived in villas or towns would often visit the public baths, where they could enjoy the hot water, steam, and massage. They would also use the services of barbers or depilators, who would remove their facial and body hair with various tools and techniques. The Britons who adopted the Roman hair removal practices would also wear more elaborate hairstyles and wigs, as well as jewelry and makeup. The poor Britons who lived in rural areas or in forts would not have access to the same facilities or resources as the rich ones. They would still follow their traditional ways of grooming and dressing. However, some of them might have been influenced by the Roman soldiers or traders who came into contact with them. They might have tried to imitate some of their hair removal methods or styles, such as shaving their heads or trimming their beards. The Roman hair removal practices had a lasting impact on the British culture and society. They changed the way people perceived themselves and others. They also created a distinction between the Romanized and the non-Romanized Britons, who had different levels of integration and assimilation. The Roman hair removal practices were a sign of civilization, sophistication, and status in Britain.